Okay, it's time. Hello from Finland! In today's video, I would like to share with you my experience of how I learned Finnish language. It's circulating throughout the internet that Finnish language is one of the most difficult languages to learn around the world, and this is how I did that. I cannot say that I speak Finnish language fluently about all the topics in the world. The same comes for English, as it's not my mother tongue. My mother tongue language is Russian, and I also speak English, and now I speak some Finnish. I came to Finland about 11 years ago in 2009, and of course I didn't speak any Finnish. For the first year, I didn't have an opportunity to take any course because my salary was too small to afford anything else. And after a year, I took my first Finnish course. Good thing for you to know that Finnish language courses are subsidized in Finland, so the price for them is so low. So Finland is encouraging you to learn Finnish language. To give an example, if you are going for a Finnish course, provided, for example, kesäyliopisto, or called summer university or ammattikoulu, a professional school, the course might cost only 50-60 euros. And that includes 2 lessons a week, and it can go to 2-3 months in a row. So it is very cheap and affordable for everyone to visit Finnish courses. I've been taking some Finnish courses at least once a year, and I've been trying over and over try to learn to speak Finnish language, and instead I was sinking into difficult grammar, and I couldn't speak anything. I was getting really shy, and every attempt of me speaking something I would make a mistake, and for some reason it would always mean something under the belt, and everybody is laughing, and I would get even more shy about my Finnish. So I stopped speaking any Finnish for a few years. The other thing about this course is that they give you a very good picture of the grammar of Finnish language and very little experience of actually using it. Yes, you make some small dialogues and write in some text, but I felt like it has never been enough, and every time the situation presents itself that I actually can say something in Finnish, I don't remember anything. I start thinking about grammar and how to twist words so they make sense, and the moment is gone. I think one of the key to learn a language is to be properly motivated. If you don't have a motivation, I think it's so much harder. For example, learning English language, I had a huge motivation. I wanted to study in English, I wanted to work in English, and for me that was just super important. That's why my English language progressed really fast. But with Finnish language, I always had a struggle. First of all, it's not the most romantic languages in the world. Well, it's not French or Spanish, and only 5 million people using that all around the world. That's not much. Like if you learn English language, it gives you so much more opportunities in the world, or even Spanish, or even French. There are so many more countries and people speaking this language. But with Finnish language, I didn't feel properly motivated. Yes, I lived in Finland. Yes, I worked here. But then, you know, Finnish people are really well educated, and almost everyone speaking at least 3 languages. They all speak Finnish, they all speak Swedish, and many of them speak really fluent English language as well. But the years were slowly going by. First I was working here, then I got married here to a Finnish person, and then I got a Finnish child. And of course he's speaking fluently Russian, and he speaks fluently Finnish, and he starts to understand some English as well. For me, I think first time came realization that actually now I do live in Finland and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, because my son is Finnish and this is his culture now. Maybe before I had an illusion that this is all temporary and I'm not gonna stay in Finland very long, and maybe I'm gonna move somewhere else. But as time went by and I stayed, now it feels like this is my home, and it does feel like my home after so many years. I think my son was my number one motivation to learn Finnish, and the realization that actually Finland became my home. And it would be nice to feel a bit more comfortable at home and speaking the language of the country. And so I found my motivation. So if you ask me how long it took for me to actually learn how to speak Finnish, I would say from half a year to a year. Let's say if I would take those grammar classes maybe earlier and do it at once without spreading them slowly throughout the years and not getting anywhere with that, and then just taking my private teacher classes. So how was those classes? That was fantastic because all we did, we were speaking in Finnish. It was 1.5 hour class and it would start in Finnish and we would speak in Finnish for 1.5 hour. She would help me, she would ask me questions, she would correct my mistakes, and you just start speaking. Little by little, you just start speaking, and little by little, you just start getting confidence in your speech because you're speaking with the teacher about all kinds of topics of life that are interesting for you. Not the topics which were written in the book about some random people and random places, but the topics which are close to you. For me, it was family topics, architecture and sports, but for you, it might be something else, something that you are interested in to express yourself. So that was so helpful. So maybe it's time for me to switch to Finnish. Heippa! Olen Galina. Olen asunut Suomessa melkein 11 vuotta ja osaan puhua vähän suomea. Minä en voi sanoa, että minä puhun sujuvasti vielä, koska minä en voi keskustella sinun kanssa kaikista vielä, koska minun mielestä minulla ei ole riitä sanasta, mutta minä voi ymmärtää paljon. Ja jos minä en voi sanoa jotain, minä aina voi löytää joku perussanoa, mutta laita kaikki siellä, mitä minä haluaisin sanoa. Se viimeinen oli melkein puoli vuotta, että aloita puhua suomea. Minä puhun suomen kielen opettajan kanssa pari kertaa viikossa ja tunti oli 1,5. Ja se oli tosi kiva opetus, koska sitten minä puhuin 1,5 tuntia vain suomeksi. Ja sitten minulle tuli itse varma, että minä voin puhua. Minun mielestä, että se on tärkeää, että ensin tuli itsevarmuus, että minä osaan ja minä pärjään. Ja sitten kaikki muut tuli. Sitten tuli kielioppi, sitten tuli sanasto. No se oli tosi tärkeä asia, että ensimmäinen askelta, että minä aloitan puhua. Ja nyt kun minä puhun sulle, se on varmasti paljon virheitä tuli vielä. Se ei ole erinomainen suomen kieli vielä. Mutta tärkeä asia minulle, että minä aloitin puhua ja minä voi pärjätä. Nyt minä tunnen parempi, koska kun minun poikani että puhuu toiselle suomea, minä ymmärrän kaikki, että hän puhuu. Ja se on tosi tärkeä minulle. What is my takeaway about learning Finnish language? I think this is very important to get your why. Why do you want to do this? I think until you know why you're doing this, it's very hard to stay motivated because it's not easy. The second thing, I would think you need to get a bit of grammar. You can go for the cheapest course provided by the summer university. Those are really affordable and you can meet some nice people there. I made lots of friends there. So it gives you some perspective about Finnish grammar, how the language is constructed. So you start to get a bit of system in your head. How is it done? And then I think the third step, I would definitely go for private teacher courses when you learn it through speaking. I think this is, I didn't know how important it is before that because I learned English language in a different way. But then again, we are always exposed to English language like every day. All the songs, movies, if you watch them in original audio, then definitely you're exposed much more. And since I don't watch TV in Finland, I'm not so much exposed to Finnish like pop culture. But still, I think learning through speaking and listening is super important. So for me, just building this confidence that I could start speaking about something and I can manage, that was really important. I could say that after I started to speak more Finnish, I started to feel myself more at home. It's been 11 years I've been here, and now I feel home. So this was my journey. If you found it useful, give me a thumbs up. If you have any more questions about the Finnish language or you wanna hear more of this kind of videos, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Moikka moi! Heippa!